Hey, welcome back to MVP Hot Wheels. This is Diesel Mac, and I was putting in the Callaways, specifically from the 1998 first editions, as we have in front of us. Had all three variations out and figured I'd go over the differences here. I believe this is number 17 of 40 in the 1998 first editions. So a bunch of different ones available for that particular year after doing 3 years of just the 12. And then they went from 40 to 26. So who knows what they were doing. Maybe that's another, what was Mattel thinking? I don't know. 40 is kind of a good mix, I think, of new cars. 26 is probably a nice one. I will tell you at 2004, having 100 or the 101, depending how you want to look at it, absolutely a little bit crazy, and definitely too much. But definitely some awesome cars that came out in 1998. And this is one of them. And I'll kind of go in the order that I think they came out in, and I'll discuss why I believe there's an order to them. So this is what I think is the first one. You can see here it's got the orange with the black on the Callaway there. This does have the black and orange Hot Wheels logo. And then in the front, these lights are actually, I believe, part of this interior piece. So they're plastic, and later on they get painted. So I think this was the earlier version of it with this black and orange. I think they had the wrong color on here. That was supposed to come out in red, which the next one will. You see Callaway's C7R there on the side, and it looks like Oh So Fast Racing there on the hood. You do get this kind of side piece here, super small, but that's in orange as well. But that's also on the next one that I'll show. You get this wing, black plastic wing, black plastic base with the name, and you see there that got the date 1997 Malaysia Hot Wheels logo, and the Callaway C with the -7. On the package it was just C7, and then on the side C7R. So a lot of different things kind of going on, a little bit different, but like I said, this is the orange, and then the next one here is the red. So I think what was supposed to happen was this red was supposed to be here, and you see we still got the orange on the side, but then we have no orange in that black tampo. And I wonder if that was just because of the placement of that tampo being on that corner like that, if they were having a hard time getting that to line up and be in place also. So I'm going to say, since the orange was only found with the plastic headlights, like this one has also, and the later with the red is with the painted one, that's the last one, that this one was the first one. So that's kind of my thinking, is orange came first. They wanted this to be red, so they went out and redid it. They got rid of the orange in that logo there. This is the tougher one. Again, I think, you know, they were having issues with it, and they stopped the production of it in this form and then went with this form. I think they still had issues, obviously, because they went from this plastic headlight sticking through the hood here to the painted on headlight that I'll show you next, which obviously you don't have to worry about lining that up and fitting it in. This the holes for the body, and having the body probably having to have a little cleanup to make sure that worked out well. But that is what I believe to be the second variation. Excuse me. And then I didn't show that, but we do have Callaway there on the back. And then for this third one, like I said, these lights are painted. They no longer stick up through. You can kind of see where the line is, where they've added that back to the casting, or just added it to the casting, and then put a little spots over top of it to show the headlight part of it, and that'll kind of carry into a lot of the ones that follow this. They'll just be painted over. So, but I think that's the last one. It was easier to produce. They didn't have any issues with mounting that or getting that to come up through the body just enough to sit flush. And so they went with that for the rest of those variations that come out afterwards. But there you go. There's the three variations that I know of. Like I said, I haven't seen a orange with the painted headlights. Like, I think it came out first before it came out with the changeover with the body mold, and then I haven't seen, you know, the vice versa and all that kind of stuff. I haven't seen, well, these two both have that, never mind. the black plastic and the painted with the red. So so I guess there's only one more that would be out there, and I don't know of any wheel variations for this one. I think this is it, just the 5-spoke. The next one that came from Extreme Speed had a wheel variation with that, but I might do that a separate video. And then there's a handful of others, but pretty cool casting. They kind of went and did all the more fun things with the stuff like the Extreme Speed with some crazy tampos. There's a Diet Coke, one from a Coca-Cola 4-pack, or just a 4-pack and it had some Coca-Cola sponsorship on it. And then Snack Time series and all that kind of stuff kind of get a little bit crazy, but this one's pretty nice. There's also that's not the Legends, what's it called, the Hall of Fame one, which is super similar to this one here, with some real riders. So they kind of brought back the silver and black that you could get, so pretty cool. I don't think anything's super hard. There is one that I saw on, I think it was the wiki, showing like a Fruit Tips, but I haven't found that variation of this. So if somebody has that and can confirm it with pictures and stuff, let me know. And if you want to sell it, I'd be happy to buy it and add it to the website also. But it just looks like exactly the same thing. It's usually, I believe, it shows that it comes on a short card, and it says FRUTIPS in white and black on the hood, vice what this one says here with the Chow Time pretzel. But if you have that, I'd be interested in that. I do have the 5-spoke coming of this, so I only have the 5-hole one right now. But anyhow, I got these in there. These are all on the website, MVPHotWheels.com, so you could check all of those out, and a few more other variations. I'll probably put a couple more in, and then I'll move on to another 1998 first edition, and we'll go from there. I did put the Roadrunner in there, but there's not a lot of differences on those. There's a wheel variation on that. There is some kind of some tampo movement on there that some call a variation, where I guess I'll just go ahead and show it. So see how this tampo kind of goes from front all the way to back, and then it's got a space here, and then like this one here doesn't have that space. That one goes front to back. So depending on where those tampos begin and end, some people were calling those some variations. I would be surprised, or I wouldn't be surprised, if there's actually a base variation on these. So here you got 1997 Malaysia and the Hot Wheels logo and the name 70 Roadrunner, which I definitely need to do a what was Mattel thinking on this car for all the different names. There's like 7 names for this car. It's all the same casting. Every combination of 70, 1970, Plymouth, Roadrunner with a space between road and runner, without the space. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. It's certainly a what was Mattel thinking type situation. But anyhow, what I was getting at is some of the early castings or base moldings had DCC over here by the Hot Wheels logo, and then that they also don't, or have removed the 1997 in some of the earlier castings too. And I was like, I don't know what the 1997 has to do with it, but they removed that on like the Ames edition, the Ames exclusive classic one. So there's no date on there, but like the Snack Time, not Snack Time, Sugar Rush Series 2, the O. Henry one, like that, I got it right here, I guess. Right, this has that DCC, so Daimler Chrysler Corporation stuff right there, whereas these didn't. And so there could be some base variations on this, could be some base variations on the O. Henry. I don't have any that I've seen, but I do have some extras downstairs, so I'll take a look at those. But anyhow, so I put those in so far, and there could be some cool base variation stuff for that as well. But there you go. There's, I guess, 1998 Callaway C7 first edition, and the 70 Roadrunner first edition variations. And I'll go work on some more stuff, put it on the website. So check it out, MVPHotWheels.com. Hit the like button, hit subscribe over here, subscribe over on the website, and I appreciate it. All right, thank you. Bye.